Hi guys, welcome to another video. So today OpenAI announced SearchGPT, which is a new search engine, and we're gonna be talking about in this video. So here we can see a tweet from Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, in which he says, "We think there's room to make search much better than it is today. We are launching a new prototype called SearchGPT." This is pretty interesting because this is a take on Google search, which is the most common used search engine, and it makes Google a bunch of money. So this is the breakdown of revenue from Google by segment, and you can see here that search is pretty much half of Google's revenue. Here's a video from OpenAI showing a little bit on how this will work. Let's watch in this video. So pretty much like a normal search engine, and you can see the results. The page layout seems to be a simplified version. It seems to be good, and also it should be interesting because you could do stuff like ask it to make a table, and we've seen that to be very helpful. You leverage ChatGPT, then also be very interesting. If they are really aiming to get into Google's business, they need to start providing service like Google. And you can also join the wait list. We don't specifically know when this will be available, but when this start rolling out for more people, and if I get access, I'll definitely make a video on it talking about it. So this is the blog post that they posted on their blog on July 25. SearchGPT prototype. We're testing SearchGPT, a temporary prototype on new AI search features that give you fast and timely answers with clear and relevant sources. So you've pretty much seen the video that we saw before, and I would like to read a little bit here so we can take a few info here that be interesting. So we're testing SearchGPT. I think we saw that. We are launching to a small group of users and publishers to get feedback. While this prototype is temporary, we plan to integrate the best of these features directly into ChatGPT in the future. And here they go on how this is a new way to search. Getting answers on the web can take a lot of effort. We kind of had a little snippet of this with Google Snippets, which was pretty much if you search for what's the capital of France, it would give an answer, which was interesting. I think that was a good feature that Google had. They are really hard to make. AI definitely has a place on search, in my opinion, especially because you can start to make very complex queries with access to billions of pages, which are indexable and searchable. You can definitely make something that is very interesting, especially leveraging the reasoning capabilities of LLMs. By enhancing the conversational capabilities of our models with real-time information from the web, finding what you're looking for can be faster and easier. I do agree with this, especially if you're searching for something that's kind of niche. It would be difficult to find using traditional search engines. LLMs can kind of give you the answer if they are able to reason. They can generate the answer by going through blogs and articles. You can ask questions directly to an article. I think that's gonna be interesting. Here are a few more examples on how this would work. I think the design is very minimal. I would like to see a dark mode here, but nonetheless seems to be very interesting. Here they also go about on how the system is designed to give an answer, which goes to the debate if giving the answer directly is always the best outcome, because while looking for something, you might learn something along the way. That's something that you do with books, and when you learn something and you go through a lot of information. But there's also pros and cons for each approach. I think searching and getting for answer is probably the most optimal outcome for most of the time. But if you could get suggestions of stuff that you could learn throughout the process, I think that also would be interesting. And here you can see that it's capable of sourcing, telling where the source comes from. And let's see here, I would like to see. So pretty much you can ask a follow-up questions, which pretty much works like ChatGPT, but now with grounded sources. So people who are not so trusting of ChatGPT. I think they are more compelling to use ChatGPT for search because they are going to have sources instead of just plain text on the chat. So I think this one, it's a very interesting thing to outline, which is that they are working on partnering with publishers and creators. We are committed to a thriving ecosystem of publishers and creators. We hope to help users to discover publisher sites and experiences while bringing more choices to search. For decades, search has been a foundational way for publishers and creators to reach users. Now you're using AI to enhance this experience by highlighting high quality content in a conversational interface with multiple opportunities for users to engage. Which I think it means that they are looking to work closely with the main publishers, which will probably be the main outlets such as Verge, the New York Times, and etc. Because these are the ones that OpenAI definitely doesn't want trouble with. For personal blogs and small websites, I think it's gonna be harder to get to work with OpenAI, but if they have some kind of a program in which you could have revenue, but how many times your website is used as a source for query, that would be interesting. But this has been a debate since Google starting putting the answer on its main page, is because people now don't need to directly go to the website, which would generate revenue for the website owner because of the ads that they use would see. Definitely this is going to be an ongoing debate, because if creators are not making money, they are not going to be incentivized to write articles, and then OpenAI will not have sources to use on the search engine, and that breaks the entire system. That is going to be interesting how that will develop in the future. Here we got another image on how the search engine should look like. It's interesting. It's very minimal. Here is more like the ChatGPT interface. I think that's a minimal and good interface. I would like to see more definitely on that later. And here's the end of the article. Keep improving the experience in areas like log information in commerce. So this is an interesting thing to see, because now OpenAI is aiming to pretty much compete with Google directly on search. It's going to be interesting from now on to see what's going to happen. OpenAI is going to be the first company that is going to be able to compete toe-to-toe with Google. But nonetheless, guys, this was the video. If you guys like this video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. That is very important for the algorithm. And see you guys in the next one. Peace out.